All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're the Hebrew Israelites back again with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Before we begin this lesson, we're going to face the east and give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash. All right, double honors to the elders that we learned from. You already know who they are. They're the leaders of all Israel today. Shalom to you Israelites on the highways and hedges, teaching the hopeful elect and giving up your body as a living sacrifice, risking your lives and your freedom daily for this truth. Shalom to you brothers, you diligent brothers out there. And shalom to you Akwaf in order. All right, you Israelite sisters that are in order, because it's very important to the the building of the family unit. All right, and shalom to you Israelites scattered abroad. That means you Israelites that may look like these other nations. You might look like a so-called white man, Chinese man, Arab or whatever. But if your seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, you are a Hebrew Israelite, because this thing ain't about appearance. Therefore, we're not the black Hebrew Israelites as some people like to call us. We are just the Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible, backing our lot in these end times to bring out the correct gospel to lead you to the way of salvation, which you're going to need in the very near future, because all hell is about to break loose at any moment. All right, there's a lot going on in the world. All right, so shalom to you Israelites scattered abroad, man. In this lesson, we're going to speak generally on the fact that, people are having dreams, and these dreams line up with biblical prophecy, man. People are having visions and dreams, and you've also got movies that and little shows or whatever that depict the same thing that people are having dreams about. And it's basically about a kingdom, earth, the future of the earth ruled by us, the Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're not going to be at the bottom of society forever like these heathen and these Edomites, the so-called white man wishes, okay? Because that's what they wish will happen. The scriptures speak about how their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and that ain't the case. It ain't, they ain't gonna ride off into the sunset after they've done stole the whole earth, committed genocide across the earth, and then just live happily ever after. It don't work like that. Anyone in their right mind would know that that ain't the end game, man. These people are out of here, okay? And the Lord is going to set up the righteous in their place. And we're going to get into all this in this lesson, man. All right? So Lord willing, you're edified, all right? Stay tuned, man. I'm going to start at the book of Isaiah chapter 14. I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, "For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob," Jacob being you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And the reason he's going to have mercy on us is because he's punished us right now. This is why we're at the bottom of society, looked down upon. In the ghettos, in the slums, oppressed, redlining, Jim Crow, all of that, man, even to this day, It says, "For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel." Same people, Jacob, Israel. It says, "And set them in their own land," because we were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, and we don't have our own homeland. Chinese have China, the Japanese have Japan. Every other nation has their own homeland. The Edomites, the so-called white man, they have every place on the earth because they stole everywhere when their original homeland was Petra. Okay. It says, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And those strangers is talking about is our people, because there's a lot of false prophets and false doctrines out there basically teaching you that the strangers is talking about these other nations, how they're going to cleave to us. I mean, in a sense they are, because we're going to have to teach them our ways. We're going to have them under our foot in the kingdom for 1,000 years so that they can build up our kingdom. Okay, it's only right. But after that, they are going to cleave to the house of Israel, the house of David, and they're gonna basically learn our ways. At first it's gonna be by force, because they're gonna need some rehabilitation. But after that, they're gonna learn our ways willingly, because they're gonna see the results of what we do to this earth. Right? We're gonna bring about the peace that everyone's looking for, man. So just to prove that the strangers, real quickly, just to prove that the strangers that it's talking about is the nation of Israel. There are many precepts, but we'll just bring out one for now. All right.
Yeah, so this is the book of Ephesians, chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 11. It says, "Wherefore, remember that ye being in times past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands. So this is talking about the Israelites that wandered away from their heritage, from their customs.
They became Hellenized.
They became Hellenized. That's
right.
right. I'm going to keep reading verse 12. It says that at that time ye were without Hamashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenant of promise, having no hope without the Most High in the world. Right? So, again, it more goes into it, the fact that the Israelites were strangers. They were, when we went into captivity, some of the people didn't return to Israel to follow the customs. They were still in the lands following after the custom of the heathen, the Hellenization. So that's what it's talking about, is that being strangers from the covenants of promise, right? Because they weren't following the customs. So, what does it say? If you're outside of Israel for more than I think it's a year, isn't it? You have to at least return to Israel in the year to sort of go through the holidays and everything of that nature. But like having no hope without the Most High in the world. Like, you're in the world. When you're not following after the customs, you ain't with the Lord. You know what I mean? So you just you're considered a stranger and a Gentile. So that's where a lot of these Christians get mixed up. When they see the word Gentile, they think it's referring to everybody. But no, there's two definitions. There's the natural born Gentiles, which are these other nations, and then you have the Israelites that have moved away from their customs, which are classed as Gentiles. You see?
I got a quick precept on that too, man, because the Gentiles is talking about, because you do have natural Gentiles, which are these heathen, but in a lot of cases it's talking, when it says Gentiles, it's talking about the Israelites that became Hellenized. All right, so it says now 1 Corinthians 12 and 1, I'll start at 1, point is in 2. It says, now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I would not have you ignorant. It says, ye know that ye were Gentiles, carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led. Okay, and that's our people even to this day, carried away worshipping Caesar Borgia and all that, you know what I mean, and worshipping little crosses on their neck and stuff like that, tattoos on their body, thinking that's gonna bring them good luck and all that. Those are idols, those are false gods and stuff, man. Carried away into Islam and all that, and that's what makes you a Gentile, okay? But the scripture said ye were Gentiles because we were in a Gentile state of mind, so we were strangers.
I got another precept here, just quickly.
Yeah,
this is the book of Hosea, chapter 8, verse 8. It says, Israel is swallowed up. Now shall they be among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein there is no pleasure.
Yes,
right? So again, it just goes to show you that Israel, when the Israelites departed from their customs, they were in the company of Gentiles, and they became like the Gentiles. You see?
Wherein there is no pleasure, because the scriptures also state that, we are that nation that is not desired. I mean, you could just look at the comment board of anything where Jake is acting a fool, or where there's anything to do with race, you know what I mean? Any post out there on social media, go to the comment board, man, and you'll see that we're that nation that is not desired in this world, man.
Yeah, they use the terms like well.
Yeah,
It's always these people.
Yeah,
caps,
usual suspects.
Yeah.
We was kangs and shit. Yeah, it's all good though, because we will be kings again, all right?
Yeah.
And we're gonna rule over you people, that every one of you on these comment boards, you're all going in chains, man.
Yeah, laugh now, cry later.
Yeah, laugh. We're gonna have the last laugh, man. We got next, and that's basically what this lesson is gonna be, for the most part, about. All right. So it says in verse 2. So Isaiah 14 and 2, it says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. It says, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids. That means slavery. Get ready for slavery, boy. Damn devils. It says, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, right? Because they had us in captivity. Now it's their turn, all right? Because payback is a bitch. It says, and they shall rule over their oppressors. You can't get around it, man. Alright, so all these proud ass devils on the comment board talking shit. Hey man, we're gonna have the last laugh. You people are through. It's over for you devils, man. It says, and it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, right? No justice, no peace. You know what I mean? All that stuff, all that marching and protesting in these Black Lives Matter rallies, that ain't doing nothing, man. But our justice is coming, and it's gonna be through the Lord. It ain't gonna be through Kamala or Donald Trump. Nothing like that, man. I'm gonna read that again from the top, Isaiah 14:3. And it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve, because we are yet this day in our captivity, man. All right, and a lot of our people haven't figured that out. They think this is their rest. They're living the American dream, all right, which is slowly turning into a nightmare. But we don't feel sorry for you, because you bought into that. You know, now you're catching hell and want to complain. Hey, man, cry me a river, man.
I'm just sitting in my room thinking, this economy is a fucking joke. Rent is high. Light bill is high. Gas bill is high. You gotta work 40 to 60 hours a week just to not have no money. Daycare expenses is fucking outrageous. It literally costs maybe about $100 or more just to go outside and breathe fucking air. Taxes is high. Mortgages is high. Groceries is fucking high. For years and years and years and years, we have been voting for bullshit ass people. For years. Nothing has gotten better. We the people are still working our asses off to provide for our families and still cannot make ends meet. We can't even send our kids to school without somebody coming in there pow-powing. Over the years, nothing has gotten better. Everything is starting to get worse. Election after election after election. Nothing has gotten better. I mean, do y'all ever just sit back and think to yourself, do we run the world or the politicians? Because every single year that we vote, our kids are not safe in school. Taxes are going up. Everything is high. We are working 40 to 60 hours a week and can't even spend time with our family. When are we going to stand up and say, enough is fucking enough? Because I'm going to tell y'all something. It's only going to get worse. This economy fucking sucks. And it's going to go to hell.
It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressors ceased? How have the golden city ceased? So basically, America's getting ready to be destroyed. And after that, the whole world's going to rejoice and say, how has the oppressor ceased? You know what I mean? It's a miracle. We never thought we'd see this day. But this day, that day is coming, and they know. And they're shitting themselves, man. Believe it or not. The elites are crapping themselves. Verse 5, Isaiah 14:5. It says, Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. So they're coming out of power. It says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, inflation, taxes, you know, more oppression, man. You know what I mean? More speed cameras everywhere, everything to make them money and make our life harder. That's that continual stroke, man. It says, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. So after he's taken down, it says in verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. When has the world ever broke forth into singing? The only time that ever happened was in the 40-year reign of King Solomon, man. Okay, and this time it's going to be an everlasting kingdom. It says, yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. And a feller is like a lumberjack, someone that cuts down trees. So basically, nature is going to rejoice when this devil is taken out of power. That's the resolution to what they call climate change, global warming. Okay, is these devils out of here. That's what's going to fix the world, man. Okay, you're going to see blue skies again. Okay, you're going to have clean air, clean food, food just growing everywhere. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody gonna walk around hungry unless you choose to be, because you're fasting or something, man. Ain't nobody gonna be hungry by force. All right, so I'm gonna leave that there. All right, the point is made in that there is coming a time where this devil's gonna be taken down and the whole earth is gonna rejoice. But who's gonna be ruling during that time? Is it gonna be Esau, the remnant of these Edomites that are left over, and they all of a sudden have a change of heart, and now they're spreading peace and love and positivity throughout the earth, peace and harmony? Is that what's gonna happen? No, the Bible tells you what's gonna happen, man. And we're here bringing it out, the things that Christianity is scared to touch on, all right? But a lot of you call us racist and hate preachers, man. You're gonna have to swallow those words soon, man, all right? Because you're gonna see it happen.
Yeah, it's not in their nature to bring peace, man. They were created to be the wicked, be the Lord's whipping stick. You know, somebody's got to carry that role, and unfortunately, well, not fortunately, unfortunately, it's fortunate that it's them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, 'cause look at all the suffering that they've caused throughout the earth. I mean, you can look through history and see the main perpetrator of that, you know, that pain and suffering is the same people, the Edomites. You know, the so-called white man.
Yep.
You know, it's all under his umbrella. But he's quick to point the finger. Like, if you think about this migration, you know, stuff, like they're pointing a picture like, oh, look at those people. Look how they're ruining the country. How do you think they got into that position? It's probably something that the Edomites have caused for them to flee where they were once living to come to where they are now.
Yep.
You know, everybody wants to survive, man.
Yep.
It's that fight or flight response. If I don't flee to this country to earn money for my family's doomed. Because the Edomites wanted to steal the resources, so they got in bed with the politicians, and they've created some vacuum where now everything is stacked against us. You know, we have no other option. You know what I mean? Like, we can't live, we can't afford anything because these people have messed everything up. You know, and then when the people, you know, migrate to find a better life, to have a bit of comfort in this life, you know, what are they met with? Oh, look how they're ruining everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're the ones that caused it.
Yeah, they don't point the finger at the main problem. They don't get to the root of the problem, which is their government, their people. They want to point the finger at anyone with a bit of color in their skin, man. And we're sick of it, man. All right?
Yeah, that's why judgment's got to come.
Yeah, and that's why we ain't gonna feel sorry when it does come, man. All right? Because when given the green light, we're gonna have our throats around you devils' necks, man. We're gonna squeeze it tight until you stop breathing.
You mean yeah, you say, I'll put my throat around your neck.
Did I say that? I sometimes do that. Salakia. Well, I'm gonna put my hand. We're gonna get our hands around your throat. That's what I meant. Tongue tied sometimes. I get too excited thinking about it. Anyway, let me read this right here. A famous precept amongst us, but this goes hand in hand with this lesson, right? Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? That scripture right there speaks volumes, man.
Yeah.
Because who's running the earth right now? Who has the power to lock down the whole earth, enforce mandates upon the whole earth, tell you got to wear a face diaper and all that, man? Who has the power to do that? Is it the Arabs? No. It's these devils, man. These pink people.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know, hey, the scripture speaks for itself. Like, where, if not them, where and who is it?
Yeah.
Like who else is doing it?
Yeah.
Who else is the perpetrator that's always in the middle of something?
Yeah.
And that's what you got to look at.
Yeah.
That's who the wicked are, you know?
Yeah, who the ones in Israel right now committing genocide all over the earth, as they've always done. Colonize, murder. The amount of blood these people have spilled is unreal, okay? And there will never be peace until they're gone. It's just a lot of you ain't figured it out yet, man. You're a bit slow. But it's okay, we're gonna help you, all right? That's why we do these lessons, man. So it says the earth, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. The Lord gave you your position. Don't get too proud, Esau, thinking you're the greatest because you're at the top. The Lord allowed you to rape, rob, and murder your way to the top, okay? Because you're the wicked, the Bible says it. The earth is given into the hands of who? The righteous? No, the wicked, man. The people ruling the earth are the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof, the true judges, all right? So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the ones that are supposed to rule the earth. They're the ones that judge in righteousness, man, because they have the spirit of the Lord in them. They have the zeal, just not the knowledge. And that's where we come in, man. It says, if not, where and who is he? So if this man ain't the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, who is? Is it a red man under the ground with a pitchfork and a tail and horns coming out his damn head? No, it's these damn pink bastards, man. Yeah, they are red. The Bible says that, I'll give you that. But it ain't the fictional character that they bring out in Christianity, and that's done purposely to throw you off, man.
To keep you in line, keep you in check. Oh yeah, if you don't listen,
Yeah.
that's where you're going with
Yeah.
that fictional character.
Yeah, if you don't love us, if you don't love everybody,
Yeah, if you
forgive us.
Turn the other cheek. You know, you find something out, you know, like, you know, atrocity that we've committed. If you don't turn the other cheek, hey, that's where you're going. You know? That Greek mythology or crap.
Right, this is Wisdom of Solomon 14:9. For the ungodly, which is the wicked, same people, there's many names for these people, right? For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Lord. Right? So it's not just talking, look, you know how Christians say, oh, the Lord hates the sin. He loves the sinner, but he hates the sin, right? That's what they like to say, because they don't know nothing, man. So it says, for the ungodly, right, the wicked themselves, and his ungodliness, so his crimes and them as a people, okay? The Lord hates them, man. It says both alike are hateful unto the Lord. All right, Wisdom of Solomon 14:9 for anyone that wants to take notes, man. The Lord don't love these devils, okay? And he hates what they doing in this earth, and he hates them too, all right? Romans 9:13 will back that up. So yeah, basically, what's going on in the world right now is lots of people having dreams of the future of this earth, like I said in the intro to this lesson. And a lot of it lines up with what the Bible speaks about, because the Lord said he would pour his spirit upon all flesh. Lord willing, we'll bring that precept out in a minute. But that's what's happening. You know, you got people that are dreaming because the Spirit of the Lord is basically opening their eyes in dreams and visions to the future of this world, man. All right.
Yeah, I don't know why I would have this dream. It was random. I never had it before, and I just felt like it was strange, and I wanted to share it with you guys. But yeah, I pulled up to this grocery store parking lot, and I get out of my car, and I see people, you know, in a panic, looking up, pointing, and I look up, and there was this huge, like, horseshoe-shaped craft hovering above us, like, real slowly. And on top of the craft, I noticed it had like these buildings, like skyscraper buildings and statues that were also very like large, like skyscraper size. And the craft was huge, like a city size aircraft. But yeah, and then I see it fly by us, and then it drops 2 bombs in different parts of the city. And that's when people, you know, and I start feeling panic in the dream, and we start running, and I'm trying to figure out how to get out of the city and find my family and get us, you know, somewhere safe. And I noticed that there's this like lava substance that's flowing, like swallowing things and people, like going uphill and going up buildings, and it felt like you couldn't escape from it, like no matter where you went. But then I find myself with friends and family, and that we were trying to, you know, figure out what we could do. And that's when the beings from the craft appeared to us. And what tripped me out is that they were all black people, and they said that we had to come with them if we wanted to survive or to live. But then they said that no white people were allowed to go with them, that they had to stay here. And then I asked them why, and they said because your leader has broken our treaty, and for that they had to be punished, and they couldn't be trusted anymore, or something like that. And I tell him, but you know, my kids are half white, and he tells me, you know, that was fine, not to bring them. And so I'm right there, I guess, walking down the street behind them, like towards, I guess, the craft, and I see people on the sides of the streets like yelling, you know, don't go, don't do it, it's a trap, it's better for you to stay and fight, and things like that. And I kind of started thinking like, you know, yeah, what is it that these people want? What are they gonna do to me and my kids? Where are they taking us? And as I'm thinking that, one of the guys or whatever from the craft, he turns around and like kind of looks at me. And the strange thing is like he was showing me like glimpses through like the mind's eye of their home. So you know, I was right there just staring at him, and it almost felt like he was just showing me pictures in my mind of what their home looked like and what it was like. And you know, as I'm sitting or standing there thinking, what should I do? It feels better for me to go or to stay and fight. That's like when I wake up. But yeah, I just thought it was strange, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. And you know, I woke up like tripping out, almost felt like if it was some type of message dream. And I still, you know, could picture it pretty like vividly, the craft and their home planet.
Huge cigar-shaped ship appeared over the Air Force Base. These cigar-shaped ships were over a mile in length. One of them landed on the airport landing strip area. When it touched the ground, it created an earthquake like about a 3.5 to 4.0. It terrified everybody in the area. The back of this craft opened up, and several hundred young men with huge, heavy weapons came out of two sides of the ship and formed a protection line around the ship. And the people at that Air Force base, the commander, had a meeting with the individuals that were aboard this ship. And this particular race that landed those ships and that are seen in these huge cigar-shaped ships, they are a black race. They look like African Americans. They were about 6'4", 6'5", these tight-fitting black leather outfits on, and the weapons that they came out of the ships with, they were huge weapons. And if you've ever seen a race of people that were conquerors, that had never been conquered, they've got this look about them of arrogance. That is exactly what these extraterrestrials had, and they informed these people at this American Air Force base that not only were they from a militaristic society, but they had controlled a large portion of the galaxy that we live in.
Oh my God, they're literally God's children. We're in trouble.
We're going to go into this book called Encounters. All right. It's written by Edith Fiore. She's a PhD. All right. And this book was written in the 1970s. I'm going to go right into it. I'm going to go to page 279. And what it is, this doctor actually had a patient that came in who was abducted. A friendly abduction, okay? She was a Hispanic woman. And I guess she puts her under hypnosis. And says here, Dr. Fiore, tell me everything that you're aware of. Diane is now walking in this large ship. And there's these about 20 black people sitting down in the ship on this almost like a bench. So she's telling you that there's black people on these chariots. All right? How are they dressed? Dr. Fiore asked. Diane, these black people are dressed in Western American style. And there's this man. Now I see him beside me, but he's tall, and I said to him, why are these black people here? And he said, well, these people were sent down into the most difficult of circumstances, like poor ghetto places. All right, this is Harlem, Oakland, Acres Homes in Houston, Texas, Watts, Crenshaw. So these people were sent to the poor ghetto places for a very high service. There are different souls, and I'm really confused. I don't understand what he's saying, and now we're going into this room. Their souls are spiritual according to the Most High. They keep the law, statutes, and commandments. All right. Dr. Fiore, how did he answer you, talking about the angel that she was speaking with? Diane, he says, the body is not as important as the spirit. Your spirit is already well, and your body will follow. And you're here. We're watching our children. Who are the children? The children of Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, and American Indians. Where are the black people? Diane answers, they're sitting, waiting to go in this room. Now the blue light room, but there's another room. There's so many of us. There's a lot of us up here. This must be a huge ship. Okay? Now that's what she's saying. So I'm going to go over here. It says here, they can materialize themselves. They can levitate things. They can travel in the ship by making the ship change, form, and then beaming it on this laser beam of light to another destination. Remember when Christ came back from the dead, he popped up in the upper room, talked with the disciples, he's able to materialize and dematerialize. All right? So these are some of the spiritual powers we're going to have.
All right, so this is the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 28. It says, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit. So those that are in the truth too, man. Okay? Us that are servants of the Lord, which, you know, the Lord has his servants out here teaching you the true gospel in these end times. And a lot of us brothers have been having dreams and visions lately, okay? Which lines up with these scriptures. Shows how much this Bible's true, man. Because the things that they've been dreaming about lines up perfectly, almost to the T, with what the Bible is saying, man, is supposed to happen, all right?
Yeah. And that's how we know that we're in the time of the end, you know? These visions are being dreamed and sent upon the servants, and people out just like recording themselves, showing or explaining the dream that they had, and it all lines up with biblical prophecy, right? You know, and that just goes to show you that we're in the time of the end, right? So this is at a precept here in the book of Daniel, chapter 12, and I'm gonna start at verse 4, and it says, "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words, and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." And that's what we're seeing with these visions. We understand that, hey, we're in that time, right? The Yahweh Shai is getting ready to return. You know, your old man, your daughters, your you know, servants are all seeing these visions in dreams. Like, I've had a dream. My brother's had a dream. We've all had dreams about things that are foreseen to come to pass, that are written in the scriptures, right? Some people could turn around and say, oh, well, you just read it, and you know, you probably had a dream about because it was on your mind. But either way, the prophecy still comes true, because brothers are having visions, brothers are seeing things.
Yeah, that's
right? And it says, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. People are looking this stuff up, right? People are understanding that, hey, the scriptures say this, right? So we understand that knowledge is going to be increasing these end times. I'm going to jump down to verse 9, and it says, "And he said, Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till the time of the end." Right? So we understand that we're in the time of the end because the word has come out now. You know, we can see it, right? It says, verse 10, "Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand." Right? So the elect, the people that are seeking after the Lord, they're becoming the wise, because we're researching this knowledge. We find out who the devil is, who the wicked of the earth is, you know, through research, through the scriptures, through understanding. You know, this is all being like, this is all fulfilling prophecy right here. Another precept I wanted to get quickly, just to, you know, to expound a little bit more. This is in the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 4, and I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, "But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost." We were in a lost state of mind. You know, after slavery, our culture, our heritage was beaten out of us, right? But, you know, starting with the head apostles of Great Millstone and the like-minded brothers on down, we've come back to who we are. We understand this truth now. We understand these scriptures, right? Because we were in a lost state of mind. And this is verse 4. It says, "In whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them." Like, we're following Yahweh Shai. We're following his customs. We're keeping the commandments to the best of our abilities. You know, we're coming back to the understanding of who we are. We're following the customs, you know, keeping the high holy days. And that just goes to show you that, you know, when we look at the book of Daniel again, it says and he said, "Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till the time of the end." So we're at the end now. So the words have been unsealed, and that's how we understand who we are, right? And we're coming in and we're seeing the visions, we're seeing, you know, the prophecies coming to pass, we're seeing the times that we're in, so we can prepare ourselves. You understand?
Yeah, because, you know, the scriptures said in Daniel that none of the wicked shall understand, man. So it don't matter. It's because they don't have the spirit of the Lord upon them. This gospel don't resonate with every spirit out there. Not all spirits are the same. The spirit of Esau is to hate you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. So therefore, when it talks about deliverance of our people, these people just, they all think we got a chip on our shoulder, man. They say we're not oppressed. You had a black president, they say, right? So they ain't got this, they can't understand this because it ain't for them. Our gospel is hid to them. The Lord is a so-called black man. It says that in the book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 14, around that area. And then also
Songs of Solomon 1-5.
Yeah, Songs of Solomon.
Jeremiah 14.
Yeah, many precepts, but it also speaks about the angels. They're so-called black people, which people are having visions and dreams, and there's movies and stuff depicting the what they call aliens, which are the angels, right? You know, they're a bit off on their description of them. They're like the bug-out aliens with the big eyes and the big heads and stuff, you know. But basically, it's all, they drop hints as to the fact that they're brown-skinned people, man, dark-skinned people, okay?
My humanity is my greatest shame. I will not help those who have destroyed this planet and its natural resources. Humans are hypocrites. Even if we wanted to live side by side with you, couldn't. Because you're too selfish to share. You won't even open your doors to your own kind in a moment of need. Why would we think you would welcome us? It's our turn now. Our people will restore balance, create a new world. Humanity's had its chance. Goodbye, Mrs. Eisenhower.
Right? And that's what's happening. That's why they're trying to confuse the minds and say, oh, paint us with that brush. Oh, they're hate preachers. They're racist. They're a cult. That's why they tar us with that brush, because the wicked won't understand these scriptures. So when we bring out, like my brother just brought out, you know, like that the angels, Yahweh Shai, the Most High, they're all melanated people, you know. The wicked don't understand that. They're like, no, he's not. He's olive tone. Well, olive comes in two colors, green and black. You know?
Pick one.
Yeah. They try to say, oh, he's Middle Eastern looking. No, he wasn't.
Anything but a so-called black man.
Yeah,
you know?
because obviously, if they say he's Middle Eastern, it means he comes through the line of Ishmael. We all know that ain't the truth.
Because in their eyes, we came from Africa, swinging on trees in mud huts and stuff, and that's how they want to keep. You know, that's what they like, and that's what they want us to be. They've already set in their head that we're the scum of the earth, and we always will be. They're superior, and the Bible says otherwise, man. Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
Yeah. That's why, like when we were saying earlier, when you look at them social media posts and you see it in the comments, you know,
man.
like it goes to show you that they demonize us. They don't want us to be those people, you know, and that goes into that perpetual hatred that they've always had for us.
Yeah, but
Right.
Scriptures say if our gospel be hid, it's hid to them that are lost, and that's these 2/3 niggas that join up with these devils and these devils, man. Okay, they're lost because they don't understand the gospel, and we're here in these end times teaching the true gospel, but it doesn't resonate with all spirits. Only the spirits of the righteous can see through what's really going on in this earth, man. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, and I'll start at verse 20. It says, wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. So the prophets are out in the street corners now, bringing out the true gospel, right? That's where you can find wisdom and knowledge. It says, she crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates, in the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? That's 2/3 of our people that are stuck in this rat race of voting, celebrating their holidays that they put in your face every year, keeping you broke. You know, these people are lost in their ways and they don't even know it. Sold out. They bought into the American dream, man. The simple. The Bible calls them simple ones, right? So it says in verse 22, Proverbs 1 and 22, how long ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. It says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make my words known unto you. So if you cleave to what the prophets are saying, you actually take the chance to listen to us rather than just buying into what other people say about us, you know, when they accuse us falsely, as they're supposed to, because they're the wicked. When you break free from all that crap and you research for yourself, when you actually step out and have a mind of your own, all right, then you may come in, you know, if the Lord is dealing with you, the Lord says here in verse 23, turn you at my reproof. And the reproof is coming through the prophets, man. It says, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make my words known unto you. So our gospel won't be hid to those that take heed, that listen, that actually hear us, man. The ones that hearken. All right?
Yeah, so I got a precept here, right? Because obviously, you know, the only time Israel's ever really known peace is under King Solomon, you know, the 40-year reign. But this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10. I'm going to start at verse 3. It says, an unwise king destroyeth his people. And who is that unwise king? People that are in rulership now. They destroyed this whole earth, right?
Even his own people, you know.
Yeah.
Nobody's happy under their rule.
That's right. Verse 3, I'm going to start from the top. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. Right? Verse 4 says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
That's
and
right.
we all know that Yahushua is going to bring righteousness and peace on this earth when he returns. But before that happens, you know, everything has to transpire the way it's been written, you know.
Yep. And it says in because that lines up with 2nd Ezra chapter 6, all right, where it talks about, because basically this man is unprofitable to life. That's why it says that he will set up one that is profitable soon, right? Because the Lord is in control of who's ruling right now, you know. He set up Joe Biden to basically set in motion World War III to fulfill prophecy. It's not because Biden is the right ruler for the country. It's just all to fulfill prophecy. You got to understand the Lord works perfectly. He's perfect balance, all of that, man. So in due time, the Lord is going to set up one that is profitable, which is our Lord and Savior Yahushua, our King. Okay, but also the people under him, the true judges, you know, because the scripture said in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges, right? Through iconoclasm, he whitewashed the images during the Renaissance era. Renaissance meaning rebirth era, where they came into power and like, right, we're gonna reset the earth. and tell them that we're the superior, and shoot off the noses of the Sphinx and all of that, you know. So they covered the faces of the judges, right? This is 2nd Ezra's, 6, and I'll start at 7. It says, "Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times?" Meaning, basically Ezra's is inquiring when is going to be the end of the world, basically, right? He says, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? And we're at the end of the first now, okay? Because this world is coming to an end, Esau's world, should I say. And then Jacob, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're getting ready to rule next. And you're going to have your foot on the necks of your oppressors, man. So it says, in verse 8, 2nd Ezra 6 and 8, "And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau." And you can read this in Genesis 25 and verse 26, where it talks about how the twins came out of Rebekah's womb, and Jacob was holding on to Esau's heel. But it doesn't explain in those scriptures why that happened. But it was very significant, man, because it represents the end of Esau's rule and an immediate transition, no break in between. Immediate transition from them to us, okay? And then the world's going to live happily ever after when the righteous are in their right place, the true judges, okay? It says in verse 9, 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." So Esau, the so-called white man, is the one ruling at the end of the world. You can't get around it. Esau is not the Arabs, man. For all you bug-outs out there that believe Esau's the Arabs or something, man. Because there is a doctrine, there's actually a doctrine going around where people are saying that. That's crazy, man. To think that they're the ones ruling the earth. Crazy, man. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." So Jacob, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're the ones that are going to follow after that. You're going to rule next, okay? I want to read this real quick. This Revelations 11 and 18. It says, "And the nations were angry," right? And that's the time we're living in now. Right before the return of our Lord and Savior, Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, man. The world is angry right now because nobody can make it in this life, basically, man. Everyone's oppressed. Everyone's fed up. Everyone's struggling, you know, under this devil's rule, man. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged," you know, the spiritual dead, and the dead in the ground, they're going to rise unto their judgment. It says, "And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets," right, everlasting life and rulership. It says, "And to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great." The name is key. Acts 4 and 12. There's no other name under heaven where a man can receive salvation. So the name is very important. If you don't come in under the correct name, you're taking the Lord's name in vain, man. Okay? So the ones that fear thy name, small and great. It says, and this is the point, "And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth." And who do you think that is, man? Is it those people? Is it those Venezuelans running around looting and shooting? Yeah, to a certain degree, it is them. But who is the manager? Who's the one that caused that problem? And this is the thing that you racists out there can't get your head around, man, because you're blinded by your own racism. You can't see past your own ignorance and pride and racism, man. You've been blinded. That's why this gospel isn't for everyone, man. Okay? So basically, the ones that destroy the earth are the managers of the earth. You don't go to the damn janitor of a restaurant and say, "I want to speak to the janitor. My burger came out bloody." You know what I mean? You want to speak to the manager, man. Who's the manager of the earth? Okay? Rothschilds, Rockefellers, DuPonts, Gettys, all of them, man. The ones that control the banking systems and stuff, man. BlackRock and all that. You know what I mean? The ones that rule the earth, the wicked. These Amalekites, these fake JEWs, that are committing genocide in Lebanon and in Palestine right now, you know, as they have it throughout the whole planet, throughout history. They're up to their same old tricks because they can't be rehabilitated. They've got to go for the greater good. So the Lord is going to destroy them that destroy the earth, okay? And then he's going to set up one that is profitable, all right?
So yeah, I mean, you know, when Yahushua comes back into power, you know, and this is something that, you know, you racists out there don't like to hear, right? Because what that means is, you know, where you had the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans in slavery, that's got to happen to you, right? And I got a precept here. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13. I'm gonna start at verse 9. And it says, "If any man have an ear, let him hear." Right? So, hey, peep this. Like, listen carefully. It says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity." So that means, hey, there was a TV series that came out called Cracker. You can't find that anywhere. You know what I mean?
They hid the hell out of that, man.
They tried
That's
to
crazy.
negative review it, get it cancelled. They tried everything.
Yeah,
you know?
because Edomites can't stand the thought of that actually happening.
Because what it depicts is you know, the roles being reversed. So instead of the black man going into slavery, it's the Edomites, the so-called white man going into slavery, right? So it says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword."
That's right.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, right?
That's right.
So this is what we're patiently waiting for.
That's
like,
right.
look all the atrocities that you've committed to the earth, all the murders that you've committed, you know, making people disappear because they got too much knowledge, you know, trying to go to a country, invade a country, kill all the people just to steal their resources. Like, you guys did that, you know? So, hey, it's only fair, you know, some people would call it karma, but we call it judgment from the Lord, that you get your payback, you know? How do you cleanse a land that has been, you know, created off of blood? You spill the blood of them which create, you know what I mean? Roughly paraphrasing, but it's the you know, the judgment is coming for you, and there's nothing you can do about it because it's written. It's part of the prophecies. It's supposed to happen. You guys are going into slavery, and Yahushua comes back. You're building up the new kingdom. You're going to see how good it is, but you ain't going to get to enjoy it.
That's it, man.
Because as soon as, you know, the time is up for you devils, you're gone.
That's it.
You know?
Yeah, man.
No more, because you guys are the problem. You've always been the problem and always will be the problem as long as you're here. So, you know, this isn't us saying we're going to be carnal and we're going to go after you ourselves. No, this is all going to be dealt with by the Lord. The Lord is going to do this. Yep. We're just bringing out the word, proclaiming your judgment. You know, it's over for you. Yep. You had your fun. You know, you had your little run, and now it's time to hand it over to the real managers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
You know,
that's it. You know, and you watching us enjoy the earth is going to be part of your judgment, man, because, you know, you got a lot to pay for, and you're not going to ride off into the sunset with what you've done. That's a false balance. Scriptures talk about how a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, man. And it is a righteous thing for us to recompense tribulation to them that have troubled us. So it's only righteous that we have this mindset of wanting you people under our foot. Okay?
You know, that's justice.
Yeah, man.
You know? Hey, if somebody came in your house and robbed you, right? And killed your parents, what would you want? You'd want the death penalty for that person. Well, unfortunately, that's what you did. You're the one that broke in the house and you know, killed the person that lives there. And now you're going to get, you know, you're in court right now. Your charges are being laid out before you, and the Lord is the judge, and He's about to judge you in a harsh way. You know, death penalty.
That's it. Yeah, beautiful. Call all Yahweh.
Yeah, call all Yahweh. You're in a maximum security prison. You can't escape. You know, you're gonna have manual labor, work hard. You're gonna be working hard. There ain't gonna be no rest for you. And then right at the end of it, you ain't getting out. There ain't no. What do they call that when they try to plead their case? An appeal. There ain't no. You ain't winning no appeal, and then boom, you know, death row. Just like that brother. I forget where it was. Was it in Memphis or somewhere like that? They executed that brother. Put him. I forget the state that it was in, but there was a brother that just got executed, and basically. The DNA evidence was showing that
he was innocent.
He was innocent, but they still put him to death. That's gonna be you. You ain't innocent by no means.
No, by no means, man.
But, you know, hey, this is what we're talking about when we say you put our people to death.
Yeah.
You know, it's a sport for you.
Yeah.
That's coming back to you, man. That's coming back to you.
That's it. And I got a precept speaking on that, man. This is Baruch 4:25. It says, "My children," which are the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the biblical Israelites, right? The children of the Lord, not these gutter rats in our land posing and prancing around pretending to be us, all right? It says, "My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Lord," from the Most High, all right? So the Lord put us in ghettos at the bottom of society, got us killing each other, have these people push rap music upon our community, you know what I mean? All of that, man. So that's all from the Lord because of what we did to him, where we sinned against the Lord and our ancestors, and then we're being punished for it because everybody receives their judgment for their sins. And you Edomites are not, you're no better than us, man. You're in the same boat, all right? So all the things that you've gotten away with in this world is going to come back to bite you in the ass, man. So Baruch 4:25, "My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Lord. For thine enemy," you do have enemies, okay? The Lord calls them your enemies. It says, "For thine enemy have persecuted thee. But shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck." And we're seeing his destruction right now. And all you people that are feeling sorry for them and wanting things to go back to normal, you want to make America great again and all that, you ain't in the right spirit, man. You're blind, you're suffering from an illness called Stockholm Syndrome, man.
Yeah, Trump ain't gonna save you, Kamala ain't gonna save you.
Yeah, man.
None of them gonna save you.
Yeah.
It ain't going back to normal because the Lord wants this wickedness to be done away with, man. It's judgment time. You know?
And there is more meat on that, but, you know, there's no point in bringing that out. You read it for yourself. But basically, the Lord's going to have mercy on us, set us up over these devils, and we're going to fix this world, man. All right? But anyone that ain't down with it, you don't want to cleave to the true God of Israel in these end times. You don't want your heritage back. You still want to be black. You want to be African American. You can be that. But you're going to go down with this world in the old ways. You're going to be a part of that, and you're going to go down with it. And then your legacy in the kingdom is going to be your eternal damnation, man. You're forever going to have your name tarnished. And one of the fools that didn't listen to the right way in these end times, man.
Yeah, I got a quick precept. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 21. It says, "Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered." Hey, the seeds of the righteous, the Israelites, we're going to be delivered, man.
Yep.
You know, but the wicked shall not go unpunished. So if you're joined up with these people, like, oh, you know, we can come together, we can forgive. No, we cannot forgive them, man. If you want to join unto them, you're going to die along with them. You know, it's that cut and dry.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yep.
Guilty by association.
Yep.
You know?
This is Jeremiah chapter 30, I'll start at 10. "Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob," right? Because the servants of the Lord are the Israelites, okay? You'll never see in the scriptures where it says that a heathen or an Edomite is a servant of the Lord, man. It's always talking about the Israelites. It's all about Israel. So it says, "Therefore thou fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith Yahweh, neither be dismayed, O Israel. For lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed," keyword thy seed, okay? This is about the seed of the promise, man. It's not about being a spiritual Israelite or so-called grafted in. You can't be grafted into a seed line. It says, "And thy seed from the land of their captivity." So wherever we're living in right now, like us in England, that's the land of our captivity, but majority of the Israelites are in America, okay? It says, "And Jacob shall return and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, saith Yahweh." It says to save thee. It says, because Christians think they're saved already. What are you saved from, man? You know what I mean? you ain't saved. You're catching hell. So the ones that are going to be saved when the Lord comes, because that's when people get saved, them that endure to the end shall be saved, because after the end, when the Lord comes, that's when the salvation comes, okay? You're not saved yet. And the only ones that can be saved is the seed of Jacob. We'll read 11 again. Jeremiah 13:11. For I am with thee, saith Yahweh, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee. But I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. For thus saith Yahweh, thy bruise is uncurable, and thy wound is grievous. Look at the state of our people right now, man. There ain't no fixing that. Our women are through. They've sold into this feminism ideology. They bought into it, and now they're ruined, man. There ain't no fixing them. And the 2/3 niggas, the men, they're just as bad, you know. There's no fixing our people. We've been totally destroyed through feminism, hip-hop music, and all these things that they pushed on us, man. The enemy, okay? So it says in verse 13, there is none to plead thy cause. You know, these Christian pastors, they're not helping us. They're leading you astray. You know, these hip-hop stars and these people that you look up to, they're not going to save you. They're not going to help you. Kamala, Biden, Trump, they're not going to save you. Nobody's going to help you, man. There's only one option. Just a lot of you ain't wise enough to figure that out yet. It says, there is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. Verse 14, Jeremiah 30:14. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one. These devils. It says, for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. All right? So this is why we went into captivity, man. Deuteronomy 28:68 says that we would go into bondage, slavery, with ships. Egypt, with ships. Verse 15, it says, why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is uncurable for the multitude of thine iniquity. Because thy sins were increased, I have done these things unto thee. So this is why we're catching hell. A lot of people say, if there was a God, then why does this happen? Why does that happen? The answers have always been in this book, man.
Yeah, and they would, but they were sealed till the time of the end. Now it's
right.
out. Now we understand why we were in this position.
Yep.
You know,
the Lord's given us the answers we've been looking for all this time. But a lot of you still want to be black. You still want to stay here, man. You haven't figured it out. It says, but then again, it wasn't for you to figure it out, because there's certain people that are predestined not to get it, man. Okay. It says, therefore, in verse 16, Jeremiah 30:16, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. So prepare for slavery, Esau, Edom, man, and all you heathen, all right? Yeah. All you people that have devoured us, you culture vultured us, but yet you throw out the ones that you throw away the ones that bring these things that you enjoy, which we damn near invented everything that you people enjoy and benefit from in this life, but you hate the people that created it, man. How does that work? You know, and for your hatred, because of your perpetual hatred, hey, you're screwed, man. You people had your chance. You had your chance to get it right, to treat us equally, treat us fairly, but you never will. Okay? You'll never treat us fairly, man. And people, the wise know it, man.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, right? Because, you know, what you just brought out just goes to show you who's in rulership, man. You can look at the music industry, who owns it. You look at the movie industry, who owns it? And when you see something pertaining to our people, who's pushing it? You know, you had the era of like when you're speaking in hip hop, you know, words. You know, you had the conscious era where people were spitting facts in rap. Then what happened? The music industry was like, nah, we don't want you to go in that direction. We want you to go in this direction. Yeah. Promote degeneracy, promote drug taking, promote whoredom.
It was all weaponized.
It was all weaponized against us. The films, you know, don't put them in intellectual roles. They're the ghetto hood niggas, like you know, always hood, you know, and make those films popular, you know, among that community, promoting even more degeneracy. It's owned by the same people, right? The Edomites.
Because the Lord said, the Lord put our enemies over us. What do you expect? What do you expect? You think they're going to give us things that are going to help us us grow and thrive? No. There's not equal opportunity in this earth, man. As long as these devils, our enemies, are ruling over us, man.
Yep. I got a couple precepts here I want to bring out in the book of Obadiah, right? And it says, this is Obadiah, I'm going to start at verse 2. It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Nobody likes you people, man. Everybody that deals with you understands fully the nature behind you, you know? All the nations are starting to see who you are. You're greatly despised.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know? Order. Order. Order, please.
What we're seeing, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people walking out of the General Assembly, and the moment in which Benjamin Netanyahu walked in to give his address, perhaps a sign, a bit of taking of the temperature as to how that session of the world body feels about his presence right now.
I didn't intend to come here this year. My country is at war, fighting for its life. But after I heard the lies and slanders leveled at my country by many of the speakers at this podium, I decided to come here and set the record straight. I decided to come here to speak for my people, to speak for my country, to speak for the truth. And here's the truth. Israel seeks peace. Israel yearns for peace. Israel has made peace and will make peace again.
So I just saw the video of the diplomatic walkout during Netanyahu's speech to the UN. And what I noticed during this video is the diplomats who chose to leave are people we code as black and brown. Black and brown people getting up to leave the room while an active supremacist genocider is speaking. Black and brown people, black and brown people, black and brown people. And all white people just sitting there and giving this psychopath an audience and actively legitimizing anything he could have to say to the United Nations. That right there is white supremacy in action. That is how whiteness props up white and Western violence. There is no reason, besides supremacy and deeply rooted racism, why all the people leaving that room should have been black and brown people, and all the people sitting there and listening attentively and nodding as this war criminal spoke should have been white people. Use your eyeballs. We don't have to work that hard to pull back the curtain of what's happening here. It is directly in front of all of our faces. And this is a reminder to all of the white people I know who have been quiet on this, that being a traitor against white supremacy is a good thing. Betraying the in-group power and privilege of whiteness will always be a good thing.
It says, verse 3, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's you devils, man. You're so proud, like, oh, you know, ain't no one gonna touch America. Yeah. America will never be defeated. No,
long live America.
Yeah. America.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what they say. That's what these Edomites say. The ones in rulership that we keep showing you. Everything's pointing to you devils, man. It says, verse 4, and this is an even bigger clue. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. Like, you guys, you know, what was the term they used when they so-called landed on the moon?
The eagle is landed.
The eagle is landed. What's the symbol of America? The eagle.
It's the symbol of the Edomites.
The eagle.
That's it, man.
And you know, it just goes to show you, like, you know, what country is sort of got bases in every other country. America, you know, the eagle, you know, it's the Edomites. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see friggin' Arab bases in all over the earth. You don't see an Arab base in America, but you do see an American base in the Arab lands.
And who got their central banks everywhere? Is the central banks run by the Arabs?
Yep.
Come on, man.
Yep. Another precept I wanted to bring out in the book of Obadiah, since I'm here, it says, you know, and when you speak about like Jacob and Esau, because that's where it comes from, Jacob and Esau, you know, that's where the mighty battle comes from, those two progenitors. So the Esau, Edom's the progenitor of the so-called white man, you know, and then you got the Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, is the progenitor of the Israelites. You know, they've always been at odds with each other. They were fighting in the womb, right? And this is what it says about Esau, Edom. So this is Obadiah verse 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Right? You devils are starting to see now. A lot of you know, Edomites out there that are starting to realize who the true biblical people are. You've even got some of them apologizing because that guilt is eating them up. You know, that guilt is really, you know what I mean? That shame is covering them now because they understand, oh man, you know, I'm part of the nation that put these people through slavery, you know, that did all this murder, gave them no account for their labors, you know. I'm a part of the nation that oppressed these people, and these people are the chosen people of you know, well, I say the religion that they believe in, but their religion is false. But when they follow the scriptures, yeah, the people that you guys are like, oh, you know, I'd love to be a part of, you've oppressed them. You know, how's that gonna bug out your mind? Like, oh man, you know, I'm part of the nation that oppressed the people of the book that I follow.
That's it, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a
major wake up call.
Yeah, it's like a slap in the face. Like,
can I bring out a precept to that?
Yeah, come on.
This is Sirach 41:5, and the Bible said this would happen, right? It says, "The children of sinners are abominable children, and they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly." Right? So these devils, man, they're ungodly and they're abominable children, right? It says the inheritance of sinners children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. So, hey, these people are despised in the world, and that's the legacy they're going to leave behind for all the things that they've done in this earth, man. People are fed up of you people, man. Verse 7, this is the point. Sirach 41:7. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. So this is why they're getting on TikTok complaining about their own people and their ancestors and what their ancestors did to us, is because they know that the whole world is looking at them sideways for what they have done in this earth and what they've done to the Lord's chosen people, man.
This is for all the Negro people. All the Negro people. God's chosen people. The first love of the Most High. I love good gospel music. I've been sitting there watching CeCe Winans, and the woman just blesses my soul. And the Lord put it on my heart to make this. First of all, I want to take the time to apologize to y'all, man, for what the white man has done to you people. It's so egregious and atrocious, and I have no words to make up or give you a proper apology for what's been done to you. I really don't. But I am truly, sincerely sorry for what has been done to you people, and it grieves me terribly. It really does. Man, you all are chosen. You God's chosen people, man. You shouldn't be able to contain your joy. with everything that's going on, the Spirit of God moving like it is, I'm telling you, I've been staying off here a lot because of AI. But I had to make this video. I really did. I was fortunate enough the Lord revealed himself to me 31 years ago, man, and I know him and I love him. He's first in my life, man. He truly is. Just knowing y'all as chosen people is an immense blessing to me because he revealed it to me. I don't know why my phone keeps doing this. I'm sorry. Anyway, I just want to take this time again to apologize to y'all and to lift you up, man. Like I say, you should be able to contain your joy, man. You're God's chosen people. You really are. May the blessings of God follow each and every one of you. Every single one of you. I just pray blessings in your life, man. And white man's reign's over. It's over. It's your all's time, man. Embrace that. Seek God with all your heart, man. Seek him. Because y'all are his people, man. Y'all are his people. God bless each and every one of you. And my prayer is if you don't know him, that you seek him and find him. Because children, time is short, man. It's truly short. Peace and love to everybody. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High.
So I'm going to read that one more time. The children will complain of an ungodly father, their forefathers, because they shall be reproached for his sake, hated, for the sake of these, what they've done to us, man, the slavery, the Jim Crow, all of that. Now that they're realizing who we are, or some of them anyway, not many of them, but some of them are waking up to the fact that we're actually the Lord's chosen children, not these gutter rats committing genocide claiming to be us. How are they the Lord's chosen, man, when they're the most evil thing to ever walk this earth?
Yep. You done with that? Yeah. I just wanted to bring one last precept out in the book of Obadiah, and this is verse 18, and this is why we say judgment is upon you, you Edomites out there, man. And it says, verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. That's the 12 tribes, the Israelites, right? It says, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall be none, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh have spoken it. So the Lord has spoken that there will be no more remaining of the house of Esau. That's crazy. You guys are gone. You guys are finished. The creator of the universe and everything is proclaimed that you guys are out of there.
You're going into extinction. After you've served 1,000 years of slavery, hardcore bondage, you're going to get to work, boy. All right? And then you're out of here, man.
Yeah, working sun up to sun up.
For the greater good. You're going to build up our kingdom. We ain't going to do it. You know, when we talk about the new earth that we're getting ready to build up, it ain't us that's going to lift a finger to do it. You're going to get to work, man.
Just like we had to get to work for you. There's your justice.
Hey, man.
You know, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You didn't treat us fair, we're not going to treat you fair. I mean, the only days you're going to get to rest truly are on the Sabbath and the higher holy days. But even then, you know, it ain't going to be like, I can't be bothered to go to work Monday. I'm going to call in sick. No, you ain't. You going to work sick.
Yeah, man.
You going to work sick.
Ain't no sick pay, no benefits. That's and all that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Hell nah. Get your ass to work. Let me finish out reading Jeremiah 30 and 17. I didn't really close it out properly. But it says, for I will restore health unto thee. Right? So our people are going to be, we're at the bottom where we're looking run down. Our people are on drugs, man. Our people are through. You got women wearing shiny wigs, pink wigs and all that. You know, I understand that our women are cursed with boldness. It's part of our curses, you know. But the women that wear wigs for that reason, that's fine and all. But the women that think it looks cute and they want to wear these shiny, weird looking wigs because of the fact that they think they look cute and all that, man, bug the hell out, you know. If you can grow your natural hair, grow it. All right. But anyway, that's a side note, man. Verse 17, Jeremiah 30 and 17. For I will restore health unto thee. Right? It says, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith Yahweh, because they called thee an outcast. Right? This is what the nations think. They point the finger and say that we don't want nothing to do with these people. They're the scum of the earth. Get them away from us. Anything to do with black people, you know, they're disgusted by us, man. But I don't blame them half the time, because look at the way our people behave. But they don't understand that we're under curses, man. We're the children of the Lord. We're being punished. We're at the bottom for a reason, man. The Lord put that upon us. All right? We ain't always going to be the butt of everyone's joke, man. So it says, because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, who no man seeketh after. See, nobody likes these people. Everybody hates you people. You know, this is what they think of us, man. You know, scum of the earth. Who the hell's coming to save them? Look at them. Through. All right, cool. We'll be through as long as we're the chosen, as long as our outcome is going to be everlasting peace and happiness. But you guys are at top right now, but your outcome ain't looking so good, man.
What does it say in the scriptures? The first shall be last and the last shall be first.
That's it, yeah.
Hey, we're last at the moment. It's only for temporary, for now.
That's it,
but we're going to be first and you lot are going to be last.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, hey, enjoy it while you can, because, hey, kingdom's almost up. Time's almost up.
Yeah,
Tick tock.
Yeah. Yeah. You know? But, there's a happy ending for our people, man. But yeah, man, like I said, there's loads of clips where, you know, they basically portray and they put in your face what is really going on, you know, because a lot of people have this misunderstanding of who the Most High is and what he was about. But at the end of the day, he's our God, he's our power, and judgment is coming to you people that have mistreated us and continue to mistreat us to this day. But if you are a so-called white man that, you know, and this gospel resonates with your spirit, and you're not offended and you understand and you ain't got a racist bone in your body, then you're more than likely an Israelite. Because like we said in the intro to our lessons, this thing ain't about color, okay? It's about seed line. If your seed line goes back to Esau, you are through. And there are people that look like as dark as us whose seed line goes back to Esau. There are people that are so-called look like so-called black people that are actually Edomites, man. Okay? People that look like Chinese people that are Edomites. But if you're an Edomite, you're out of here, man. It ain't looking good for you, man. All right? Thus saith the Lord. All right? So I'm gonna close it out here. Lord willing, you've been edified through this lesson. If you got any questions, come in our comment board respectfully, and we'll answer you. All right? But if you're coming as a scoffer, if we sense any kind of bugged out demon about you, because we are the true judges, Lord willing, we're them men, but we can read spirits very, very well. All right, you ain't fooling nobody up here, man. So if you're coming in the wrong spirit, you can get the hell out of our face, man. All right, we ain't got time for you. We only got time for them that are genuine. All right, so on that note, man, we're gonna close it out. Give all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. All right, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.